Welcome back to my channel. I am jusbtv, and if you follow me, you know we talk about all things beauty, fashion, DIY, pretty much everything I love to do. I show you how to do it. Lately, I've been doing hair content. I haven't done a sewing video in so long, so long, and I'm decided that this is the best beginner sewing video if you want to learn how to sew. I figured I should just bring you along with me. So, what we're making today is a pillow, and this is very beginner friendly, very simple. I wanted to do it anyway, and I decided to bring you guys along with me. And what I'm going to be making is a pillow to match my headboard. Now, I am obsessed with home decor, and if I cannot find what I want, I'll just make it myself. That's the type of girl I am. But before we get into the video, again, if you're old, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a heart. Leave something in the comment section to let me know you're here. If you're new to sewing, if you're not, if you just want to learn how to sew, if you just want to watch for entertainment purposes, because I think everybody needs to know how to sew. Even if it's just a 1-2, right? We're in my bedroom. I'm going to show you my headboard. This is my headboard. I DIY this headboard. I actually got it from Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And I'm a thrifter, so I upcycle and I thrift pretty much everything. I love being creative. I love just making old stuff into new stuff. That's just who I am. I have so much fun doing it. So I actually reupholstered this headboard. I have like a short showing everybody how I did it. And I got this fabric from Amazon. And I got this steady detailed from Amazon as well. And I'm gonna link my Amazon storefront down below if you're interested. But I had some leftover fabric from this headboard and I wanted to make a pillow, and I figured, great, because I couldn't find like the perfect blush tone for the pillow that I wanted. And this is my bed, and I just really wanted like a little small pillow to go right here. And that's what we're gonna make today. Perfect for a beginner. So let's get to it. Now this is the fabric that I have. It's like this pretty like blush mauve color, and its fabric is very suede, so it's very soft and velvety. Again, I got it from Amazon. And this was left over from reupholstering my headboard, and I thought it was the perfect amount just to do a pillow. Now this is the pillow we're going to be recreating. I actually got this pillow from the thrift store, and I'm going to be using this outside case as a pattern. So it's always good to, if you don't know how to make something, get what you want and then take it apart and use that as a pattern. So this is the pillow we're going to be making. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and take this apart, and we're going to use this piece as a pattern, recreate it with this fabric, and then restuff it and make it for the bed. So this is my sewing table, and this is where all the magic happens. And we're going to take this apart. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you just a couple of tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a seam ripper. A seam ripper is something that you use to take out the threads. So you don't just cut it, you just use this to take out the threads. I'll show you that a little bit further along in the video. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need like a pen or something to trace the fabric, because you're going to be transferring this pattern onto that. And you need a sewing machine. I'm using the Singer Quantum Stylist 9960, but you can pretty much use a basic sewing machine. If you don't know how to sew with the sewing machine, then you should follow me, because I have a lot of videos on here showing you how to sew. But you can pretty much use the basic sewing machine. If I had to recommend a starter machine, it would be the Singer starter machine, because it's very simple, very basic. This is a computerized machine, but the Singer it's manual, and you're going to press a pedal that's going to help you go, and it's very user-friendly, very user-friendly. So again, you're gonna need a sewing machine, some scissors, something to trace the fabric, and then a pattern. So find a pillow that you want, the size that you want, and you're gonna use that as your pattern. That makes it easy versus just doing it from scratch. So this is called a seam ripper. As you can see, there is a point right here, and then this is like a razor. So that allows you to go in and cut the thread seamlessly without ruining the fabric. Now this is satin fabric, so you want to be careful because it's easy to rip, but if you have this, it just makes life very easy instead of just using like some scissors. You can get this anywhere. And I tend to get some of my supplies from Walmart. Walmart has really good sewing tools and sewing things. So I usually get some of these from Walmart. I used to get them from Joann's, but if you're a person that makes clothes and sews and stuff like that, you know Joann's has been discontinued. But it was too expensive anyway, in my opinion, for just little stuff like this. So Walmart is your best bet, or you can go on Amazon, of course, and get these same supplies. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take wherever the thread is, and you're gonna find a piece. I'm just gonna do it right here, and you're gonna stick this little point in here, like so, and you're gonna pull it up, and that razor is going to cut that one piece of thread. You heard that pop? And you're gonna keep going until you get a few of them out. Once you get a few of them out, it's really easy from there. There you go. So now we've created the hole, and all you have to do is take this and continue to pull out the thread. Now that I've taken that all apart, this is all the stuffing that was inside. It's gonna come loose. It looks compacted, but it's gonna come loose. So put that like in a bag or something, put it away so you don't have cotton all over the place. Now, if you don't want to get this from an old pillow, you can also pick this up from the store. But I feel like it's cheaper to get it from the thrift store, because when you buy it in like bulk from like Michael's or something like that, or online, it's more expensive than just getting a thrifted pillow. Now, here's the pattern pieces all spread out. And again, these are going to be a template for your other fabric. And it's really easy. You could trace it. I didn't trace it on camera, but I would advise you just to trace it. It'll make life easier. And then I'm going to go ahead and measure it out just to make sure that I know the measurements of the pillow, so that I can make sure that they're right when I do trace it out. Now, what's left to do is to trace the pattern. Very elementary. Now, I know I told you to use scissors, and I still think you should have a pair of scissors on hand, but I have these roller cutters that I got from Dollar Tree. They're not at all Dollar Trees, but they actually work really, really good. You only can use them a few times before they get dull, but they're only $1. Well, now $1.25, now that the dollar store is no longer the dollar store. But anyway, I digress. They work really, really good. So I probably get like 20 of them for 20 bucks. And they last me for a long time, and they make this tracing part easy. And then you can see, as you can see, this one was kind of dull, which is why I didn't cut all the way through. But when it's fresh, it cuts all the way through. So I just followed up with the scissors just to make sure that the pattern is clean. And I do the same thing for all the pieces. So now that we have all the pieces duplicated, we have the end pieces and we have our body piece. And as you can see, it's only 3 pieces. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to show you how to sew it together and sew in a circle, because that might be a little bit more challenging than sewing a straight line, but it's still pretty much the same process. This is all the stuffing that came out of the pillow. Move all this stuff out the way. This is all the stuffing that came out the pillow, and you can get pillow stuffing from anywhere, but we're just gonna upcycle the same fabric. Or if you don't want to reuse the same fabric, because this is a used pillow, you can always get some more batting. It's called batting from Amazon or places like Walmart or any type of sewing place to fill the fabric back up. But because I don't mind, and I did wash this pillow before I used it, this is actually pretty clean. And yeah. So what you're going to pin first is the body of the pillow. And I forgot if I told you you needed pins or not, but you need fabric pins. And you're going to fold it inside out, and you're going to pin that side down along that long side. And we're going to use the sewing machine next to close that up. Now, it's always important to use the thread that is the same color, but I'm using white because that's all I have. And you're not going to see it, but I still think that it's important to use the right color for your fabric, so have that on hand. My sewing machine is, of course, already queued up. If you want more information on how to use a sewing machine, leave a comment down below. But you pretty much just go in and you forward stitch, back stitch a couple times at the beginning and the end, and you do a straight stitch all the way down till you get to the other end. Once that is sewn together, you're going to go to the opposite ends, and you're going to take one of those circles and you're going to pin it in a circle all the way around. For one of the sides, you're going to pin it all the way around. For the second one, you're going to leave about 1.5 inches opening so that you can
turn it inside out, and stuff it with stuffing. So when you head to the sewing machine, you're still going to use the exact same straight stitch, but you're going to be pivoting the fabric as you sew. So you want to make sure you do this slow. You're going to use those little guides on the plate to make sure that you have a straight line or that it's the same distance from the edge. So this is what it looks like when you are going to sew in a circle, and you're going to sew one side all the way, and then this side you're going to actually leave about 2 inches open, because that's when you're going to flip it inside out and you're going to stuff it back up, and then you're going to sew it again after you're done with that part. This is the easy part. I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory. You just take it inside out from that little hole. Be delicate because you don't want to mess up the thread. And then you're just going to slowly push that stuffing through. Now you can use some type of stick or spatula or something to help it push it all the way through, but it was pretty soft and pretty easy and pliable. If you have a hard time getting in, again, just use like a stick or something to help guide it down to the bottom of the pillow. And after that, we're just going to stitch it closed. Now the stitching it closed part may be a little bit tricky, but there's a particular way you stitch it closed so that you don't see the fabric. So girl, we are at the finish line. We have our pillow. How cute is she? I'm going to shape her a little bit, don't worry. But you have like this little hole opening, and I'm going to show you how to stitch that closed without seeing the thread. And then we are done with our first project. I'm so excited. I haven't sewn for you guys in so long, and I'm so excited that I'm back on track. Let's finish this up. Here I'm just inserting a clip of a video of a clear version of the stitch. It was kind of hard to show it on camera, but you're going to use a hand needle and the thread that matches the fabric, and you're literally just going to go through one side of the inside and the left side of the inside all the way till you get to the other side and pull. I know that makes no sense of what I'm saying, but just watch the example video and it explains what I'm saying in visual form. You're going to then take a piece of the end of the thread and you're going to cut it and you're going to sew it in a very tight knot to secure the thread closure. And now we have our pillow. Okay, so let's put her on the bed and see how good she looks. My bed, pillows are made up, and this is gonna go right there. Perfect, so cute. Such an easy project. My room is not done. It's almost, I gotta get some stuff up here. Pretty and pink, and I love it. And that's it, my girl. If you followed me for sewing, I'm so happy to be doing more sewing content. If you have any suggestions, any recommendations on things that you want to learn how to do when it comes to sewing and making clothes, leave a comment down below. I feel like when people leave comments, it really helps me create content that you guys love, because I have so many ideas in my head, but I want to make stuff that actually is relevant and things that actually help you. I also want to like start from the beginning so that you can pick it up. I know I started with my sewing machine already, but I do want to show you guys how to use the sewing machine so you can actually start sewing. And then also show you some little hacks so you can make stuff without using the sewing machine, because I'm like Barbie the Builder, DIY queen over here, big time. As you know, I do DIY hair, I do DIY fashion, DIY home decor. I'm just the ultimate DIYer. So I hope you enjoyed this video, girl. I really do, because I'm getting back into my sewing bag for sure, 100%. And I want to be bringing you more projects, more hacks, more fun, things like that. And I feel like sewing is such a good hobby for any girl, to teach your kids, to teach your sisters, to teach your family, just to know you can. It's just a really, 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 really good skill. So before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.